In the heart of Abuja, there lived a woman called Madam Grace, a woman known for her beauty, wealth, and iron-hearted pride. She was 52 but looked 40. Her expensive wigs, beautiful makeup, and her designer's clothes kept her shining like a celebrity. Her only son David was the light of her life, handsome, gentle, educated abroad, and the heir to all her late husband's property. Madam Grace built her life around him. She believed no woman on earth was enough for her son. Then came Amara, a soft-spoken, beautiful 28-year-old woman with a light skin, natural face. Amara wasn't loud, flashy, or dramatic qualities. David fell deeply in love with Amara, but for Madam Grace, Amara was an enemy, an invader, a thief, and she swore that their relationship would never lead to marriage. The first day David introduced Amara to his mother, Grace smiled politely, but inside her, she was boiling. She watched the young lady walk through her living room with confidence that didn't come from money, but from inner peace. She hated that. She hated Amara's humility, her intelligence, and her respectful thought. Everything. This one wants to charm me, Grace thought, but she has entered the wrong house. When David stepped away to make a call, Grace leaned towards Amara and said softly, "My dear, let me advise you. You can be his friend, but you can never be his wife. Pick any other dream is not available." Amara's heartbeat quickened, but she stayed calm. "Ma," she replied gently, "David loves me and I love him. I'm not here to fight you." Grace's eye flamed. "You will regret entering my son's life," she whispered. From that day, the war began. Madam Grace attacked her from every direction. She spread rumors that Amara was after David's money. She paid people to lie that Amara had multiple boyfriends. She visited prophets and spiritualists, collecting visions that Amara was sent from darkness. She even bribed David's ex-girlfriend to seduce him, but David resisted it all. He loved Amara deeply, and every attack only made him hold her tighter. This drove Grace mad. "How can my own son disobey me for a woman?" she cried, pacing around her bedroom. Her reflection in the giant glass mirror warned her, but she refused to listen. "Good evening." David walked into the mansion holding Amara's hand. "Mother," he announced proudly, "I'm marrying Amara." Grace felt the world has ended for her son. Her precious boy was choosing someone else over my dead body. She screamed. Her voice echoed, but David stood his ground, something he had never done before. "Mom, I love you," he said, "but I will not let you destroy my happiness." For the first time, Grace saw that she was losing him. She snapped. She cried. 3 weeks to the wedding, Grace launched her biggest plan. She invited Amara to her mansion, pretending she wanted peace. "Let's talk like women," she said sweetly. Amara arrived dressed in a simple fitted gown, looking beautiful and calm as always. For an hour, they talked, or rather Grace talked while Amara listened. Then Grace tried one last manipulation. "You can still walk away," she said softly. "I can give you money, a job, anything you want. Just leave my son, he belongs to me." Amara smiled sadly. "Ma, your son is not an object. He's a grown man." Something inside Grace cracked. She stood up. "You think you deserve him? You think your small beauty can match the life I gave him? I made him. Everything he came for me." Amara reminded her. "Yes, ma, but he's not marrying you. He's marrying me." That single sentence destroyed Grace's self-control. In blind rage, she pushed Amara. Amara stumbled, hit the corner of a glass table, and collapsed unconscious. Grace froze. "What have I done?" she whispered. Panicking, she dragged Amara outside, drove to a decent area, and left her there, scared, bleeding, and unconscious. She thought the problem was solved, but evil always returns home. Amara was found an hour later by a passerby and rushed to the hospital. The police were informed. David was called, and the story revealed. When David heard what happened, something inside him died. His love for his mother, his trust, his respect, everything shattered. He confronted her. "Mom, why? Why would you hurt the woman I love?" Grace broke down crying, makeup running, wig shifting. "I did it for you," she screamed. "Everything I've ever done is for you." David stepped back. "No, you did it for yourself." The wedding was postponed while Amara recovered. Police investigation began. Neighbors, drivers, and staff confirmed Grace's long list of scams. Her reputation collapsed. Friends distanced themselves. Business partners withdrew. Her social life gone. She became a topic of public disgrace. Months later, David married Amara quietly in a small ceremony. Grace wasn't invited. On the wedding morning, she sat alone in a massive mansion, surrounded by luxury, and she could no longer feel. Her life was silent. Her phone never rang. Her friends disappeared. Her son moved out. She destroyed the woman she thought would have ruined her life. But at the end, she destroyed herself. She stared at her reflection, the glamour lashes, the expensive wigs, the gold jewelry, and she whispered, "I have everything, but I've lost the only thing that mattered to me." Her pride had built an empire, but her hatred brought it crashing down.